Give you a good example of how to do it. I did this for a client, and if I do a money spell for you, if I do any spells for you, I'm gonna need your participation a little bit at some point, depending on how much you give me. But this is it. So first, you get your dollar, dress it. Now, of course, I'm gonna tell you need to start out with the biggest dollar as possible, dollar bill as possible, which would be, of course, $100 bill if you're in America. So you dress it up like this, and for using $100 bill, you just dress it. Take it to the bank, take it to your local store, and ask for change. They give you 250s or 520s, and then keep on getting that change every day until you get $1 bill, and then circulate it. All right. Now, if you want to get down to 10 10s or 25s and actually circulate it by way of purchase, I definitely recommend that, because when you actually circulate it by way of purchase instead of just getting change for it and exchanging it, you're putting the energy out to the universe that you're willing to let go of the money and for it to come back to you. And you can actually convert this money in two ways, right? You can take the 520s and then dress up. Excuse me. You can take the 10. You can take the 25s and then dress up 10 of them. Circulate by way of purchase 10 of those $5 bills and convert that into spiritual money. Use that money to purchase items for offering. And you need to be talking to these human spirits and these ancestors and these guys to see how much value they place on certain items. Because when I lived in Oklahoma, there was a store down the street from me, and the incense were only about 35 cents. They were some big ass incense though. They're probably like 8-inch incense. And on the spirit realm, they had the same buying power as a dollar. They had the same value as a dollar, although they were only 25 cents. The beers that I was buying for offerings were worth double what they were. So I was, there's things that's worth more here and less here for the amount of money that you would have to spend, and can be converted into offerings. Okay, that's what I used. That's a trick that I use. I get the dollar, and then find out what the spirits value more than the buying power of the dollar, and then I offer it to them. Okay, that's a great way to get a good return on any money rituals and money spells. So first, I'm gonna break down what I have here, and then I'm gonna show you a different example. So, a black candle. Now, I have a video called "How to Make a $3 Altar," and if you don't have the money or the resources to get candles, you can actually draw them, and they have the same effect, similar effects as an actual candle. Prince. And when you draw this candle on this dollar on fire, you can't really see the wick. There's one right here. You can't really see the wick that well on that one, but when you do that, that gives your money the power of the black candle. Now, if you have a red pen, if you have a green pen, you can draw red candles and green candles on the money. Now, the significance, I already told you guys. My least favorite color to use for money rituals is green. I don't like to use green in money rituals, because that's not the color of manifestation. That's the color of attraction. And I don't personally want to attract money. I want to manifest it. I want it to come from me. I don't want it to come from, and when you try to attract money, that's coming from your opportunities and what you're actually doing actively with your energy. When it manifests, it doesn't have a choice but to come to you. So I like to use black candles for everything, even love spells, which I don't do for myself, because black is the color of the universe. 90 something% of the universe is black. So You're tapping into the ethers of the universe at that point. Green is the color of attraction, drawing it into you through your actions and through your vibrations and your frequency. And red is the color of manifestation, which is the root chakra. I don't manifest money with my heart chakra. But so we have the black candle. We have Return to Sender AaroniMoses, and that's not my real name, but you know, you can use whatever name. You can use your nickname if people call you your nickname more than your actual name. You can use that. And then in the corners, I wrote, you can't see it that well, that's the symbol for the sun, which I have on my wrist right here, which will turn it into a $10 bill. And I used to write Return to Sender AaroniMoses times 10. I don't do that anymore. I just write the $10 mark right there. And then on the back, you could just put whatever symbols that you feel that needs to be added to the money. So again, we have a black candle. Then right here, I combined the symbols of Neptune and Saturn. Why did I do that? Because that is high as octane manifestation, materialization energies. That's the equivalence. That's the higher vibrational version of this symbol that you see right here, which is the combination of Venus and Mars as one symbol. Then of course we have Earth, Air, Fire, Water, not in that order. Then symbol for ether, $10 bill. Sun, this is now a $10 bill. It's not even a $1 bill anymore at this point. With the sun. Then we have, again, manifestation energies right there. We have the sun symbol inside of the moon symbol, which I have on my left wrist. And then we have at the bottom a happy affirmation. So whatever the fuck, if somebody feels creeped out by this, seeing all of these symbols and all this devil shit, which is not, do what happy people do at the bottom. A little kid might see this shit, not know what the fuck they're looking at, but they do see that positive affirmation at the bottom of there. And then you're telling the money, you're programming the money to do what happy people do. Then of course I have my birthday right there. You can put whatever numbers you want. And I'm gonna show you another dollar bill that I did for Queen Alicia. It says Return to Sender Alicia Rose. Then it has what I actually did. This download came to me while I was doing this, and I have more dressed like this for myself, but it has 13, and it has her birthday on it. It has 13, 14, 23, 91. So I just put 13. I turned that into a 13. Then this one right here says, it says times 23. That's X 23. I smudged it with the money oil, and then I turned the 1 into a 1991, because a lot of people don't like to put their birthdays on the money on the back like that. But again, I put 13, 4/23, 1991, and then I turned 1991 into 1991, 13. Light codes like a mug. And then the black candle, and then I put the symbol for Lilith in the corner. And then I put, on the opposite side, I put the symbol for Saturn. That's manifestation energies right there. And then it says, money loves me, I am gold. And then if you look very closely, I turned the T's into Onks to protect her money. Then I turned the O into Mars symbol, Venus symbol. Again, Mars, Venus. Then I turned that into I turned this into a $100 bill right here. And if you see Mars right here, an Ankh right here, a white candle to manifest feminine as well as masculine. I actually did that. Masculine, feminine as well as masculine. Ida and Pingala, high vibrational, spiritual money. And that's pretty much it. You got to be creative with it. The different ways. I mean, of course you have to. If you are not available, I don't know why this fucking camera's not fucking switching. But if you, I'm just gonna point towards the money, fuck it. If you're not available to write your name on money, if you live in a small town like how I used to live in a small town, and my people would get my money and be, oh man, I got some weird dollar, what's your name on it? And then eventually people found out that I was doing magic and shit, and they start throwing shit on my lawn and disrespecting my house because they're fucking cowards and shit. If you don't want to do that, then you can always then you can always use your bodily fluids. You know, you can spit on the dollar with intention. For the women, you can use menstrual blood and rub that on the dollar. For the gentlemen, you can put semen on the dollar. But just making sure that your DNA is on the money. And then what I like to do is I had a candlestick. I would wrap the dollar around the candle and then tie a red string around the dollar, binding it to the candle. Then I would use that as a wand for upcoming magical rituals, and I would circulate money, positive energy, whatever energy I was working with, into the dollar, so it was interacting with that. What else you can do? A lot of people think you're supposed to be burning the money. You're not supposed to be burning the money. That's not what that's for. That's some ancestor worship stuff. But no, you don't burn the money. You don't bury it. If you want to, that's a direct way. But the money here to them in their past life, I mean in their future lives, it's not going to be the same. So you might as well dress the money yourself. Go buy something. Go talk to them and see. Go to the store. Keep them on your shoulder. See what they like and see what's going to have a higher value over there than down here with us or over here with us. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. It's nothing complex. If you have another tip that I want to give you, if you want to write on the money, write your name on the money, and then take some oils and then rub it on there, like some money oil, if you have any money oil, Venus oil, anything like that, and rub it on there so it smudges your name. You can also do that too if you don't want to fucking spit on it or come on your money and hand it to somebody and it's all sticky. They're like, what the fuck is this, bro? Yeah, that actually happened because I was stupid when I first started doing this. Yeah, like that was a couple of years ago. But yeah. Also, if you want to sit this money in the sun and the moon, I forgot, that's a very important part. Take this money, sit it in the sun and the moon. Do not spend this money for the first 3 days. Let it soak in 3 cycles. Once and 3 moons and 3 suns. On that 4th day, go ahead and do it. The longer you keep it, the more powerful it is. But eventually you have to spend this money. This is not you can use this as a talisman, but that's not its purpose. There's dollars that I've had folded up in my wish pyramids and in my spiritual boxes and places for years, and I didn't even fucking remember. And I spent it, and shit exploded. It caught on fire in my hand. So that's what goes down. But that's it, man. That's pretty much it. Definitely get some wish pyramids. They're about, I think they're like maybe $13 or $14. Definitely. Another thing that you can do is you can take your money and if you can figure out how to take this money and turn it into electronic money, that's also good. Take all the money out your bank account, write on the shit, put it back in your bank account. Take your money and take it out of PayPal. Send somebody a MoneyGram, or tell somebody that you'll give them $10 if they send you $10 in PayPal. Take the money out of PayPal and keep doing it like that. That's definitely a good way. And if you don't want to do the thing with the bank, you can always go to the ATM and electronically deposit your money. But that's also a great technique too. If you don't want to get change, you can circulate that money from your bank account, PayPal, electronically, MoneyGram. I wouldn't do MoneyGram because of course MoneyGram and ATMs cost money. So, but you're showing the universe that you actually are investing in yourself. The ATM fees and the MoneyGram fees is actually going to be a good thing. That's actually going to show the universe that you're committed and that you really want this thing that you're chasing. Okay, and of course, your affirmations. Actually, I'm going to make a video about affirmations separately, but an affirmation that I use is this money. Well, I'm not gonna give you that affirmation. I want you to make that up yourself. I'm gonna give you a different affirmation. Affirmation that I use is, I am so happy because I am thinking of 5 new, exciting ways to attract more money to me times 3. You could replace the word attract with manifest. But that's it, man. It's Aaron Moses. Life is in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace.